intrinsic is being straight, arguing that intrinsic to being straight is finding gay sex acts gross. She defended Peter Pace, who's a Marine general, after he condemned homosexual acts as immoral by suggesting these are actually normal. Probably not at the time. So it looks like one of these articles from. So it's a digital archive, probably like 2010, 2012, something like that. She also opposed Harriet Meyer's nomination to the Supreme Court by implying she's a closeted lesbian and comparing her lesbian haircut to those worn by the presidents of now and GLAAD. She promoted the ugliest and most destructive stereotype of gay men as pedophile predators by suggesting that their anti-gay attitudes are based in concerns that adult gay men tend to be attracted to very young post-pubescent types, bringing them into the lifestyle in the way that many people consider to be immoral, and that gay rights groups seek to organize very young men, impressionable teens, who may have an inclination that they are gay. So, yeah, there's some really shady, crappy stuff in there that we can go through that we don't really want to go through. The Mediaite story is out there right now. It's quite good. Caleb Akarma posted it. So it's from the Reid Report. That's the name of the site that predated MSNBC's for a former MSNBC show of the same name. So it's definitely a little bit worrying. So, like, if there was any conservative that would say that, like, I mean, if Eric Erickson, Kevin Williamson, the guy who got fired like 2 weeks ago for saying that women who wanted to have an abortion should be hanged. I mean, he'd be off there in literally 2 seconds. So, like, we need to start looking into things here. We really need to start looking into things here about Joy Reid. This is just really not okay. If in response to these new, even uglier posts, Reid done what she said she had done in December, acknowledged they were hers, owned her mistakes, and apologized for the hurt she'd caused, and explained she no longer holds those views, the reaction would have almost been certainly the same. I mean, because as I said before, as I qualified my statement, people are allowed to change their views. It's okay. People can grow. People can evolve. Just because you're homophobic or racist or sexist once does not mean you can hold those same views. Because, I mean, there's been a bunch of people who have been like that. So, but this time, acknowledging and apologizing for these viciously bigoted posts isn't what Reid did. She did the opposite. She denied that she'd ever wrote them, or at least she denied writing some of them. How then did they end up on the blog under the name? According to the Reid, she was the victim of hackers. Of course she was. Somehow nefarious disinformation agents, probably the Russians, managed to hack not her blog, which is now deleted, but rather the Wayback Machine and its digital archive. They penetrated the Wayback Machine and, according to Reid, added some anti-gay content. She didn't really provide any evidence for this, which is a little not surprising, to say the least. Notably, Reid did not deny that all of the newly discovered hate mongering was hers, but in a statement of Mediaite, she suggested that at least some of the horrible articles, ones she did not specify, were added by unknown external hackers. She said, I began working with a cybersecurity expert who first identified the unauthorized activity when noted federal law enforcement officials of the breach. This manipulated material seems to be part of an effort to taint my character with false information by distorting a blog that ended a decade ago. Now that the site has been compromised, I can say unequivocally that it does not represent the original entries. I hope that whoever has corrupted the site recognizes the pain they had caused, not just to me, but to my family and the communities I deeply care about, LGBTQ, immigrants, people of color, and other marginalized groups. So, there's that. So, I mean, unless she can offer real evidence of hacking, she needs to just pipe down for a little bit, because that's just not a funny thing to do. Anyway, that's our show. We'll be back tomorrow.